Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the demonic power lead in the form of Physical Glorio, who is also a Battle of Wits or Accelerated Battle lead for 170% plus 30% for those who belong to Dragon Ball Seekers. Now Wielder of Thunder Magic, Glorio, we took a look at two dupes in the Hidden Potential system. And it gave us a really good look at him, but I wanted to take another look at him at 100%, just, to kind of see at that max range, because I couldn't find one at 55%. For those who don't know, I do not have Glorio, of course. I only have him functioning just at around about 190% lead, so he could be technically slightly better as well. But I think we'll get a really good idea for how good he is. I'm using him as a friend lead. He greatly raises attacking defense one turn on his super attack, lowers the attack and defense of the opposition, and raises his attack by 9% and defense by 6% in battle. His passive activates the entrance animation upon character entry once only and launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack for one turn from the character's entry turn. Key +3 attack and defense of 200%. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. High chance of evading the enemy's attack, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super as the second or third attacker in the turn, or allies get key +3 and attack and defense of 50% for 3 turns as the third attacker in a turn. He gets an additional attack and defense of 150% when attacking, an additional attack and defense of 50% within the same turn with each attack performed, and obviously an additional attack of 30% and chance of evasion of +10% up to 30% within the same turn with each super attack performed. He launches an additional super attack every time he's performed 3 or more super attacks in battle, and in general he looks really quite good. I think the big thing with Glorio is he's definitely that third slot unit that is designed to obviously kind of support the team for multiple turns, and I think that's really good. He's a Brainiac, Solid Sport, Cold Judgment, Speedy Retribution, Shocking Speed, Master Magic, Fierce Battle, Link Set, and categories wise he has Accelerated Battle, Battle of Wits, Demonic Power, Dragon Ball Seekers, and Heavenly Events. He has 50% evasion at the start of turn and can build himself all the way up to 80% evasion quite easily within every single turn that he performs. In terms of his build, generally speaking, it's kind of a cross between additional and crit. Additional helps him to fire more super attacks, which in turn helps him to build his evasion, which in turn helps him to also build up his passive to the next super attack, which in turn helps him to build up all of his stats a lot. And when you're floating him, you really kind of want that additional. Whereas the crit also allows him to maximize his offensive capabilities. You could, I guess, go full kind of defensive, which would be all additional plus whatever you have left in evasion, and this would make him as strong defensively possible, but I think you'd miss out on quite a fair chunk of damage. This is a unit that can hit 3-4 super attacks in a turn, ranging from 9 all the way up to 22 million in terms of damage. It's just not something I think you should throw away. In terms of his categories, he's incredibly limited. Accelerated Battle, Battle of Wits, Demonic Power, Dragon Ball Seekers, and Heavenly Events, and this is why they have made him so functionally good as a floating sport, because they know he's not really going to have an easy time getting his link set together, and he's not going to have an easy time running on multiple categories. So overall, he looks really quite solid. I think he looks really good, and I think he's quite an interesting little support character. I think he can do a lot for his team, and I think if you look at what he brings to the team, I think he brings a lot of really good functionality to all of the categories that he's on. His active skill allows him to really augment his damage as well as maximize his defensive capabilities as it acts as a super attack, and also obviously disables the enemy's action and greatly raises his attack as well, which is how you get to see some really nice beefy attack stats from him. Glorio, I think overall, is one of those units that's not going to be seen a lot because of how limited he is, but if you have him and you can use him on the team, he's going to be one of those units that you're going to really enjoy using, just because he has a really strong presence overall in terms of his utility and his just general like strength. He has an incredibly high strength level. I think he has a lot of brilliant utility that he brings to the team, and that makes him functionally incredibly good. I think it's very easy to take a unit and, you know, kind of say like, oh, you know, this unit can do this well or do that well. But I think what really makes him do well is, you know, in essence, just how good that kit lines up with every single other unit. Because I think for me, the big strength of him really is how good his utility is for the team. So yeah, overall, I think incredibly good looking, incredibly solid. I think a really good unit that just in general can perform at a high level whilst also aiding his team. I think you can't discount him as an individual unit, but I think because of his link set and because of how limited he is, you probably still just want to float him anyway, due to the fact that he's not really going to be linking up really well with other units. And then plus you can also obviously pass on that support power to the rest of the team, which I think is ultimately at the end of the day a crucial element towards how well he does as a character. So yeah, in general, really good stuff. Super excited to obviously see how well he does. But yeah, I think generally speaking for me, he's an incredibly good unit that does a really awesome job. So yeah, I was very impressed by Glorio, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.